We got sun today! And I'm gonna leave the blinds open because this is the first time I've seen the sun in months, so I'm just gonna enjoy it. Alright, so going in. And welcome to the first sun of the year. So yes, alright. Explanations probably. So my name is Gunnhildur. I'm an Iceland, live in Iceland. I live in the Eastern Fjords, which means that in the winter times, and the reason why I'm so happy to see the sun, although, well, it's a bit weird. Okay, it's weird that I'm actually inside filming a video instead of going outside for a walk. I'm still gonna film my video, but the reason why I'm so happy is because I live in the Eastern Fjords, which means that you know, fjords with we have mountains, and in the wintertime, you know, when you're up in the northern hemisphere, the angle of the sun compared to the planet, you know, ball and ball, does mean that we lose the sun for I mean, it's only like about 3 months. I mean, it's like in Greenland, they don't have sun for like 6 months, I think. Which is quite a bit more, but just happy. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm happy. I'm not sorry that I'm happy. Also, I mean, okay, so I'm filming this on Saturday. You're probably gonna see this tomorrow, probably. The tradition here in the Eastern Fjords, I think there's also in the Western Fjords, because we lose the sun for so long, we celebrate when we see her again. And we do that with like pancakes or waffles, you know, something round and golden like the sun. So, but because of how the fjord, you know, the fjord I live in is a bit long, and my work is further in the darkness of the fjord, darkness of the mountains, my home actually got the sun way before I saw it. So I actually got the pancakes, waffles this year. I got them a few days ago, but I'm first now seeing the sun, so it's like, full circle. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Not really sorry. Why do I keep saying sorry? Anyway, so this is my project pile number. I forgot to make notes. I was so good last week. I made notes about what I was going to talk about, and I was so proud of myself, and I forgot I was going to continue making notes. Dang it. I think it's number 46. I think. But yeah. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, my project pile. Project pile is not usually me gushing about the sun, I think. The project pile is so called because I have projects and they are in piles. I usually talk about the yarn. I talk about knitting, crocheting, what I plan to do, what I am working on, what I managed to finish, and I also talk about the weather, including the sun, when I finally see her. It's kind of funny because in probably in a couple of weeks, I'm probably gonna pull the probably gonna be pulling the blinds like now in the springtime, because she's probably gonna be annoying me. But for the first time, when you see her the first time, you just smell back. So yeah, I think that's it for introductions. Speaking of finished projects, I finished the pink shawl. I'm so happy. I did end up using both cakes, and I did finish putting away the ends. Praise me, I finished the ends. It's kind of funny because I do have a pile of projects that I've finished technically, but I haven't finished putting with like weaving in the ends, because weaving in the ends is so boring. It's so boring, but you need to finish doing that so you can actually use the things that you spend time working on. But yeah, so I have finished the pink shawl. Look at that. I'm so happy with it. also shadow. The circling right back to the sun pancakes. When you can see your shadow, that's when you're allowed to get pancakes. You can't just see a sliver of the sun, you have to be able to see your shadow. So we are definitely in pancake times now. So love it. But yeah, finished the. I actually, when did I finish it? I think I finished it on Tuesday. So I kept crocheting on last Sunday. Finished it either on Monday or Tuesday, I can't quite remember. I did put it up on Ravelry, so I could probably check that, but can do that later. But yeah. It turned out really, really cute too. I really like the colors. So the Gemsy Northern Lights cake, lovely, lovely yarn. I do recommend it. Like, it is, listen, the first cake, which was a disaster, as I've said again and again, and we'll probably continue doing so. So I had to end up trying to salvage it by boiling it up, and I figured, you know, when you, because it is very, very soft yarn, it's pretty delicate, kinda. So I figured that all the imperfections in the yarn was because of the pulling of it when I was trying to detangle the mess. But no, the other, at least the pink cake, the second pink cake was also like uneven. Sometimes, you know, nice soft thickness, and other times it was more like a thin thread. So was not, it wasn't me apparently. It's a bit sad, but I mean, overall it is a very, very nice yarn. I really like the shawl. I'm addicted to making this shawl. I am so addicted. Listen, remember last week I was talking about like the other two cakes I have in this color? I was talking about, oh, maybe I should make a shawl. So I finished this loveliness, and honestly, I have moved the rainbow line. Why can I not? Smile rainbow line fashion gradient that I got off of Wish like over a year ago. I've been looking over my video list, seeing what I actually did, and seeing some of the things. I'm like, has it been that long? It's been over a year. I have yarn that is almost 2 years old and I still haven't used it. I need to use it. Listen, I want to buy more yarn. I still have my card up on iTunes. I am so tempted. But always at the last moment I back out because A, I promised myself I was going to continue working on my stash. B, I do not have storage space for it. And C, do I really, 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 truly want this? Well, yes, I do want it, but do I have use for it? No, I need to use stuff that I have for myself. So, I have managed to do some work on the, I love this pen. It is such a simple, easy pen. Like, I haven't touched this in months, and it only took me a moment before I remembered how to do it, because it's so simple. It's like, I love it. I'm gonna link it down below, because this is, it's such a simple, easy pen. It's so easy to just pick up again, and I just love it. So, I mean, I've done a little bit, like, maybe from somewhere around here. See, yeah, somewhere around this portion, not a lot. And the reason for that is, remember how I said that I'm addicted to crocheting this shawl? And you remember how I said that I was probably gonna start working on this yarn? Which, by the way, is super nice. Like, it's a little bit nicer than the pink one. So I started on Wednesday night. I mean, last week has been quite a bit, you know, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rather busy at work. I was actually quite exhausted after those days. I was just tired. I have been tired that very, very long time. Like, not tired like that, I was just done. I was just and honestly, I didn't feel like I was doing a lot of work, but I mean, looking back, yes, I was doing quite a lot. But it's like, you know that thing that you do when you're like looking back on the day and you're like, I don't feel like I've done a lot, and then you're like, well, actually, I did a lot. Just, it's like you kind of just go into denial of what you've accomplished during the day. It's like, well, actually, I did a lot, and this. Okay, listen, this shawl is so addictive. So yeah, I did manage to do a little bit. And I'm so addicted to this pattern, this shawl, that I, instead of continuing to work on this shawl that has been on the back burner for months, I started on another crochet shawl. Go me! But yeah. Hello, son. I honestly don't think I have a lot. Oh, actually, yes, there's a little bit. So, yeah. Speaking of my stash busting, I have this yarn from Ice Yarns that I got off of their winter sale. Is it the right one for you? Yes, I think so. I think this was one of the first yarns that I got from. I really like their sale page. It's just like, oh, that's interesting. The bad part is that if you find something really interesting that you really, really enjoy, is that you're probably not going to find it again. And also, even if you do manage to maybe find it again, you don't get the names of the yarn on the sale page. Like, I just don't have the names anymore. But this yarn is this, like, what do you call it? Like dark melange. It's this lovely, fuzzy, grayish black color. I absolutely adore it. And ever since I got it, it's been reminding me of a sweater that a childhood friend of mine and my sister's, a sweater that she had throughout her teenagehood, or our teenage years. She wore it constantly for years. Like, it ended up extremely stressed and disproportion, but it was her comfort sweater for years. And even now, like over 20 years later, when I think of her and I think about her, this sweater is still kind of in the back of my mind because she wore it so much. So I was planning on actually starting on some kind of sweater using this yarn, but it's okay because she says, talking about starting more projects when it's fine. I actually did go through, how many times do I say actually? Actually quite a bit, actually. I did go through one of the nights. I was so exhausted. I just went on Ravelry and just went through all the favorites, every single pattern with the sweater patterns that I've been favoriting for the past years, and trying to find a pattern that I felt suited this yarn. And you know, narrowed it down to about 2, and I'm like, yay, great. You remember my book with my project plans for knitting and crocheting? I had completely forgotten that I already had a plan for this yarn. And the funny thing is that it's the same pattern. I decided on the same pattern twice in a row and I have forgotten I'd written it down. And then I decided, oh well, actually I like this pattern. I look same pattern. I love it. I mean, when you do remember to plan things, that's just, just fantastic. Also, when you remember to check your plans, that also helps. But yeah. Do I have anything else to talk about today? I don't think so. I've only been talking for about 15 minutes. This feels short. Like, last week's video, I was talking for what, like 50 minutes? Now I'm like, oh, 15. I'm kind of done. Oh well, I mean, that's just, sometimes you need to talk and talk, and other times you're like, no. it's just like, yeah. I mean, I did like, I could also tell you about how I got these like 2 containers that I kind of put away and like kind of what it does. Just Reeds. No, that one is. So I did a little bit of rearranging because I bought 2 containers. This one for my knitting needles and crochet hooks, and I'm so happy to have like most of them at the same place. Like, I mean, some of them don't quite fit in, like my single pointed 9mm and the 12mm and the 3 and 4mm. Yeah, stay. But like, I have all the knitting needles that are not Knit Pro in here. I have also like my crochet hooks, my needles, all of them. These and caps that are Knit Pro and should be in the bag, but hey, oopsie. So let's take those and put them in the right place. Like all the odds and bits that I've collected over the years. Also, my scissors, like these ones that I got off of Wish. Oh, so pretty. And it's so nice to now have everything in the same place within reach. I really wish I'd done this sooner. I also bought another container about the same size without this like white bit, and that's for all my little yarn ends. And it's not I didn't quite burst the box straight away, but I got really close. And the thing is that I want to keep like my yarn ends because you can always use them to make like fun little projects or like make a huge project at the end. I don't know. I'm gonna do something with it, but like I keep the ends. So I finally did this, and I still haven't quite cleaned this bag. This is my very first like Knit Pro bag. The very first knitting needles that I bought for myself. Cost me quite a pretty penny at the time. But like, this bag is so pretty. And it has all the storage space for like all of my like circle needles, all those. I do have like the stand for the knitting needles, but the problem is that I don't have the space on like my desk or anything. I don't have like a crafting space to put that container, which will happen in the future. Don't know when, don't know how, but that will happen. So yeah, I did do a little bit of tidy up last night. I also tidied up the gonna move you a little bit. My little basket here. Can you no? Am I not focusing you? Okay, so here. Flip you around so I can see what I'm showing you. Yeah, there we go. So this here basket, always by my bed. And I did tidy that one up as well. That's my crochet hook back thingy. And all my final double little nails. So lovely. And here are yes, you know, this is yarn that I kind of need to get working on. But like, oh, you were upside down a moment ago. But like, I have so many piles, and it actually like it makes me happy seeing it. So yeah, come closer. Yes. Okay. So I honestly think that's it for now. Yes. Short and sweet today. But yeah, so also I'm going to be filming right after this. So I'll make a separate video so I can focus on gussing. So I've got the bags from Wool Warehouse. I have opened them. I haven't checked them. And I really want to just make a video with like my with my reactions and stuff, because it is fun having like the reactions on camera and just like sharing it with you. So much fun. But yeah, I think that's it for now. It's actually getting quite hot in here. Like the entire south side of my room is nothing but window. So as soon as the weak winter sun shines in and smiles and kisses me, my room gets really, really hot. So I do have the window open. It is cold outside. It's a bit windy this morning, a little bit, like, not windy, but like gusty. And I'm getting quite hot, so I'm gonna call it short today. And then cool off a little bit. Cool off in the winter. But it's really hot in here. So cool off a little bit and then film the... Because I cannot wait to see just how big those knitting needles are. I can't. Alright, so this is me this week, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye bye.